we go. Mic is now turned on. I need to turn up the volume just a scooch. I forgot I had this like extremely lowered down due to the Zelda and chill. I did not change my monitor setup yet. I need to do that. I'm sorry. Told myself I'd do it, but then I got distracted again. I'm upset. I'm upset to the reason why I am upset. But I won't get into it. It's nothing bad. I'm just having one of those days. It's so weird. I know when we left off playing Tavern Talk, it was kind of like a... It really feels like we're very close to the end game, and I don't know how fast the game is going to go from here on in. If the game goes quickly from here on in, it either will be done tonight or it'll be done by next week. And I don't even know the length of what next week will bring. It's gonna be crazy. And it's also, like, extraordinarily bittersweet that all these lovely games that I've been... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hang on. Ah! Let's see if I can... I glitched the heck out of there! I really need to find some better setup for that. I freaked out. I was like, oh dear. Oh dear, my mod is just went a little crazy. But yeah. It's still a little crazy, strange how, the game's gonna be coming to an end soon, and then I'm gonna have to be finding another game to play at some point in the future. I'm gonna need something to fill in the Wednesday time slots, but I might have to just kind of start playing by ear and see what happens. Because Paper Mario is coming to an end too. I think in the next stream or two for that, it's going to be over. And then I'm just gonna be sitting here like, what just happened? I feel like it was just yesterday when I started playing these games, and now suddenly they're all coming to an end? It's not as bittersweet as the Tears of the Kingdom was, but it's still kind of strangely bittersweet at the same time. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get myself started now. Sorry, if my model starts bugging out, it's because I'm itching and my camera is not wanting to work with me properly today. I swear I'm going to get that fixed. I'm looking towards a method in order for it to work better. So I'm less like blah, 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 whenever I start like reaching over for just like scratch and itch of all things. I'm working on some hope to get that fixed so I don't start freaking out. Anyway, off we go into Tavern Talk. Play. We are playing the autosave, the Twilight Flood, Twilight Zinnias. Here we go. I'm sorry about starting late, by the way. I got distracted again. As always. Distractions. Who's taking the quest first thing in the morning? Oh god, I have to start with these 3 in the morning. No! Oh god, I have to get my fake Scottish accent out here. Is it Scottish or Irish? I can't tell which. Oh god, and with Kyle in the same room. Oh boy. Ugh. Oh, that's gonna get mixed up bad. Okay, for anyone who might be new, who might be lurking, keep in mind, I am not a professional voice actor. I try my best, but I am not a professional voice actor by any means necessary. I just do what I can. Good morning. Sleep well. Good eating ain't gonna do and keep. Give me a best lines. I'll hear them all today. I think I'm already butchering the accent. Yay! I think I've only been off this game for like a week. I shouldn't have lost the accent that badly. Top of the morning to you, adventurers. Go on. Peace and contentment be upon you, travelers. Sweet water and good berries, friends? Alright, enough. You seem to be in high spirits, given the fact that you guys are now going to be sitting on a world dangerous mission. Often you get the chance to work on the project of a lifetime. I'm glad you're so passionate about it. Yeah, Rhea gets to go out and do some fun stuff. Hang on. Is my thing okay? Okay, good. Okay, I was just checking to make sure the live stream was still running, because I know YouTube's been a little bit buggy-wuggy lately. YouTube's been a touch buggy, and I know Monday's stream, it was absolutely insanity. I hope you didn't give Lynn too much of a hard time. I hope you didn't give Lynn too hard of a time convincing you. Nah. Once I mentioned Dragonfire, it would have been harder to stop her from going on the quest. It was tough to find her. It didn't take you for a nighttime soup enjoyer. I'm not, usually. I can be persuaded, though. With the right soup and company. Yeah. Think so? I assume your quest for comfort food turned out successful? Not at all. I was thwarted by the shadow of night. Dearest Rhea promised that we shall endeavor to make a shortbread another day. Then the sun is high in the... when the sun is high in the sky. And stores are open. I love Kyle. I wish we got to see Kyle more often. I think Kyle's like one of those like... Kyle was kind of fun during Act 2, especially, but it's like, I don't get to see Kyle all that often. I almost kind of wish he stuck around a bit more. Kyle and his new slime companion. Again, if you developers ever decide to play Into the Field of Blind Boxes, I will happily open my wallet. Get some good like collector figures and blind boxes, and I will be all over that. I will empty out my wallet for it. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna fully empty it out. I'm gonna be responsible, but it'll be fun. Put Kyle with his little slime buddy. I do a hand game of that all day, every day. I'll need to make that sword first. Did Caroline update you to what's at stake? Sure did. Those sigils of our alcoholic zest won't... Alcoholic zest. Really? Alcoholic zest won't know what hit them when they see my newly forged weapon. It's sigils of Alcahest. I know, trust me, I sometimes forget what an Alcahest means. And I play Final Fantasy XIV. I think Alcahest is kind of like a type of potion. A Gesundheit. The Kyle Gesundheit, really? Really, Kyle? Of course he would. Gesundheit. He's so funny. It is Wednesday, right? I didn't like, yeah. Today's Wednesday. I don't know why. Some part of my brain is like suddenly reacting to be like, is it Tuesday? Did I mess up a day? Oh well. I don't know. I don't think I did. So I assume you worked out a game plan. More or less. Looks like we've got a lot of info on this quest of yours. I'm sorry. I tried my best. Aye, you worked hard with what you had. We'll manage. Though that ever-burning flame of Leviathan sounds more like a myth than something real. Sounds exactly like something you need for a mythical weapon, capable of saving the world. Because boy, does this world need saving. Ha! Still, are you sure you're okay with reforging your sword for this care? Oh, yes, it's the right thing to do. That wasn't what I was asking. Believe me, I know a thing or two about the importance of an heirloom. I got the accent back. Yay! Slowly but surely I got the accent back. Hoorah. It's fine. It's just... I wonder if I'll still feel the same connection to my Baba after I look at the sword afterwards. Eventually, everything she gazed at life will be gone. Don't you think she'd look she'd like looking at the sword of Carolyn, the hero. That is quite a wonderful ring. Has quite a wonderful ring to it. There it goes. There it goes. There's the blah blah blah. I haven't done this in a hot week. I don't know about your grandma. Reforging that sword with dragon fire to save the world. I think she'd be mighty proud of you. And I'll make sure that weapon is the best anyone's swung of the Aether Tree. Hi, Crow. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. We just got started, so make sure you get yourselves comfortable. We don't know if we're going to be here for the long haul or if we're going to be here for another stream after this one. And I mean after this particular game, not me leaving or suddenly like going bye-bye from streaming. Just to make that clear. You have a competition to win. You have a competition to win after all. Exactly. I've been thinking about it all night with techniques to use. The design ain't exactly final, but I'll finish it during the trip to the Highlands if I'm fast enough. Rhea, are you doing okay? You look a little sleepy. You never heard of giving someone some time to think? You seem to just be putting a lot of pressure on yourself. This can't be just some simple run-of-the-mill weapon. And there's so much to decide before starting the forging process. Hitting, quenching, tapering. I like the 5 very keen heat treatment techniques. The 5 what? Wait. That could actually work. I'm surprised you still remember those. Certainly. You are very passionate about the method. I'm just as stoked to get a weapon made by you, Rhea. Aw, I love Lynn. Lynn's fun. I should have named her Care. I named her just Care. If it's you, I know my Baba's sword is in good hands. You seem to have the forging part covered. Anything planned for the rest of the quest? Good question, because yeah, all you got is the sword stuff right now. Oh, right. Since we don't really know about who or what might be guarding the flame, we're taking Hex along. Could we encounter any defenses of some magical sort? As for how to get to the Highlands, Clay and Tio couldn't come along, so let's hope Baya's up for helping us with her tree travel thing. You do not do magic, do you? Leah, or yeah, Carolyn does not do magic stuff, apparently. Ooh, excuse me. Seems like you got your bases covered. You as the main fighter, Ray as the craftsmaster, Hex and Baya as magical support, and Kyle as... Please say Kyle. Just please say Kyle. Just Kyle. I'm afraid I won't be able to fill a role this time, Innkeeper. I tried to distract myself with the mere thought of dear Evelyn hurt and alone, or worse. It struck me with a torment strong enough to make even this undead heart bleed with worry. I still forgot, weren't you two technically divorced? You two were still technically divorced. Or you were having some kind of disagreement. I forgot which way. I think you guys had a divorce. And I still need to get my my Tavern Talk streams on a playlist. Whoopsies! And Paper Mario too, for that matter. I need to get better at that. No matter what has transpired between us, all I craved was to know her safe. But to allow my dear friends to march into danger alone was no less distressing. He was almost inconsolable the entire evening. I did not want to choose one side, only to lose the other forever. That's when I slammed my empty bowl of soup down in the table between us. We weren't going to go off and die just because he took his eyes off us for a few days. and yet, that fate had struck me several times in the past. I said... Oh wait, am I mixing up their accents again? Give me a hot minute. I said... oh goodness sake. Having Kyle and Rhea in the same room, for some reason, ties my tongue up to the point where it's like, I have an issue getting their accents together, or I mix an accent up here or there, so forgive me. Well, do not be damned if you ever get to see my master weapon. Doesn't matter if I have to chew my way through that tree myself. I wish I had the sensor beep. I still forgot. All this time, ever since it first popped up, it's like I never got the sensor beep up. I'm so procrastinating. Doesn't matter if I had to chew my way through that tree myself. Heard the dead have a taste of bark anyways. It was as if those words washed away the most anguish. It was as if those words washed away most of the anguish that was ailing my soul. Surely it was time to believe in the future. To reconcile the past I left behind, all for my most cherished people. As long as I did not forget along the way. But we found a workaround for that. Flashcards. Oh god. Flashcards. I'm sorry. Flashcards. I suck at those at the vampiric accent. As I always preface, I'm not pro. I am just me. I am a city goober. Flashcards. I just need to pull them out when I'm greeted by wonderful cards prepared by... Wait. I just need to pull them out and be greeted by the wonderful cards cards prepared for me by Rhea and Caroline. Even though they may be far from me. That sounds great, Kyle! There is one about you as well. I'm honored. Rhea, what did you write in it? Seems like you've thought of everything then. Hopefully. Some of the other drinks would be mighty appreciated nonetheless. Anything particular in mind? Some fire resistance seems like it'd come pretty handy. And we haven't done fire resist in a hot minute. That does sound reasonable. We could focus on agility if we were already going in that direction. Don't think we want to take whatever traps we run into head on. And added some strength as well for anything we can't avoid. And that would be fire resistance, definitely help with forging the weapon as well. Oh wait, that's Rhea. That's not the innkeeper, that's Rhea. That and the fire resist should definitely help with forging the weapon as well. Though, that ghost berry I brought you yesterday. I wouldn't mind some invisibility either. Oh my god, they've got so many options now. Might give us some imaginative ways to deal with whatever challenges that we end up facing. Concentrating on intelligence, take full advantage of that sounds like a good option too. Hex would like that. I bet. Knowing him, there's an equal chance of his ideas going right or horribly wrong. If things go south, we'll need charm to talk our way out of anything. Oh my god, is this supposed to be like a huge all-rounder drink? And this way, dear Evelyn will be stunned by my most captivating entrance. That sounds decent. Some intelligence could also help us figuring out those techniques you mentioned. Are we just gonna have like a full array of choice now? And my design, I guess. Alright, Innkeep, you look like you're busting to help us with this decision. Is it going to be dexterity with some strength to back up with fire resist, or should we approach this with intelligence, a small dose of charisma, and in case something goes really wrong? And some handy invisibility? Well, if you're asking me... Oh lord. Hi, Hondu. We have a big drink order today. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know. It's a big drink order. I might give you some extra drink and pets. Andu is gonna be here in November. I just am so excited because the makeshift campaign is gonna end here in a little while. Like, I think in the next is it gonna be like at least another month or so? Month and then at least to the end of this month, I think. And then Andu will come home and he'll be a nice like little memoir for playing this game. I think that'd be a nice thing to have. Anyway, book. Ooh, boy. Let's see. What do we want? Do I want... I'm so tempted to send them Last Whisper, but Last Whisper might be one thing that I can't make until, like, a later group. I feel like I want to go with them with Dexterity and Attack, because... with the fire protection, because I never know what goes on. I personally trust Hex to, you know, be smart about his choices. Kind of. Let's see. We need to at least have, we need to have max in dexterity. They want many things this time around, and my brain is not calculating today. Okay, so it could be a... no, because it needs to have 2 doses of attack power. Oh, no, that's only 1. Do I not have the drink mix for this? Mild concerning. Do I not have the drink mix for that? Do I not have a drink mix for that? Do I have, like, no choice? Did I must have messed a dialogue option somewhere and I did not get the drink mixture. Oh, I have to send them with the invisibility. I've got no option. I could do this, but it's missing 2 doses of attack power. There's no way they can go out with this one. It's got the max dexterity, but it's only got 1 drop of... I think they're at least looking for 2 at... Is that supposed to be 2 minimum? I don't know. It makes me worry if I'm gonna mix the wrong one. Do I not have the drink for... I'm trying to calculate real quick. Do I not... I really don't think I have the drink for that. I think I'm supposed to have it at least 2. Hang on. 1 sec. I'm gonna look this up just for a split second. Just to make sure I'm doing this, because I would love to send them out with a fire protection. And my phone is now dying to 8% because I am very, very bad with keeping track of my phone battery, apparently. Haha! Who cares about what the... who cares what the heck the phone battery does? What the phone battery do? Am I right? Okay, let's see. Let me see. I don't want to step into the Reddit. Okay, here we go. This might help. What the heck? I literally pulled up an article and it was just like, it gave me random ads, like super long ads for the pet shop. So I'm gonna, and I'm just like, okay, never mind then. That's to that noise. Do I even, I hope I'm not like soft locked out of this. I might have to do the sparkling nebula because I don't trust that I don't have a drink for this. I don't believe I do because I'm missing 4. And I don't trust the Last Whisper to be the one that covers it because it's still missing a secondary pop right here. I don't know. Would that be right? Oh. I don't know. Now I'm confused. Hang on one sec. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Let me save real quick. I'm going to save over this one, and then I'm going to mix, and then I'm just going to continue, and then I'm going to mix the drink again. That's this. I'm going to try the last whisper. I'm going to try the last whisper and see what happens. And invisibility, Saber Fang. I'm going to go with my gut. This is fire resist. So we're going to put a Phoenix Chili in there. And then we need 3... One sec. Write this on the board. We need an extra dose of this, because there's that. And then 3 of this. I feel like it's not going to be enough. I feel like it's the wrong order. If it's the wrong order, I'll just like play the game or like reset it. Let's see if this worked. If it's the incorrect drink. There's a lot of unknown factors here. And talking things out can only work if the other party can talk. Plus that fire resistance seems crucial. That was a mighty fine drink. I feel like I could forge the weapons of the Leviathan's volcanoes. I missed the accent again. Okay, it sounds like it's okay. It sounds like it was a positive outlook. Okay, good. I was like, wait, what drink can I make? I was trapped. I wasn't sure because I saw the little invisible thing. I'm assuming that just meant the... yay, the drink ended up being correct. I was like, I wanted to mix that for them because it's like, it seems like it would be the best logical option because that had everything they needed. I'm glad. I'm relieved that potion actually worked. And I sure feel a bit calmer knowing to rely on my strength if it comes down to it. And with that, we're off to the Highlands. Me and Kyle are gonna go grab Hicks before I let him go check on his ex-wife. You go get Baya? Sure. Good. Alright, that's it, Innkeep. One last line for good luck. Make it count. Oh boy. Mind the creaky step on your way out. Fair. Fare thee well, dear innkeeper. Oh, why does this feel like a final goodbye? I hate it here. Kinda weird, isn't it? What is? They're going out for... There's going to be a battle for the fate of the world? But Elfie ain't even here to worry themselves stupid about it. Oh yeah. Abel didn't come in to worry about it. It kinda is, yeah. They'd love this, I think. Not the impending doom, but all this getting together to defeat evil stuff. I miss Fable. Fable hasn't come back. Like, Fable was actually so genuinely mad. Like, I'm sad. Fable has not come back. Fable was so genuinely mad at us. And they were just really mad. Make sure to tell those guys heading to the Twilight Portal to keep an eye out for them. I will. Good. Well, it's time for me to head out as well. Stay safe, Lynn. Always, Innkeeper. Oh. This is so close to the beginning of the end. It's genuinely making me a little sad. Because I have a feeling these days are going to pass relatively fast. Hi, guys! You're a trio. Innkeeper, we've returned. I can see that, Tia. I was awaiting you. Although I'm surprised to see you here, Jade. Yeah. Well, Miss Holier Than Thou dragged me along. Some about fallen, finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressing open interest in our plight. And when we were talking to Iniko, I believe you asked multiple questions that indicated your desire to help. And I remember asking you how much you'd pay, and said nothing. So I said no thanks. And yet you didn't resist coming along. Do you have a better job lined up, Jade? Not yet. Iniko and I are eyeing something, but I guess I got time to kill. Perhaps Iniko can cause chaos on their own then? Iniko can help too. You know what? Shove them with Iniko. Why not? They better. Not sure if I can deal with the princess here alone. No need to deal with me. I can handle myself. I'd love to have Iniko on the team. Aw, Clay, you're so wholesome, Clay. Me too. Please get Iniko out of here. I assume you've written up a quest, Innkeeper? I have. Take a look. I lost her British accent. I just noticed I lost her British. Excellent work. There it goes. Now I got it. Now I got it back. I just gotta yell at myself for it. I knew we could count on you. Let me have a look at that. We just have to catch this guy at the portal. Seems simple enough. We could even set up an ambush. Or be sneaky if he's already there. You can sneak, big guy? I can do a lot of things. I bet Clay probably has like some really high-powered stealth rolls tucked away under there. Oh, excuse me. A few years back, I spent some time at the Thick Panthers, who showed me how to sneak up on anybody. I just don't like doing it. It seems a bit rude, you know? No, I don't. But I think the situation calls for a little rudeness. Agreed. It does. And for a little more manpower. You're right, Innkeeper. We should ask Iniko for help. Also, Hex suggested taking Voy along. He's great at distractions and knows his way around the Twilight Chasm, should our quest lead to it. Apparently he has family there, though I hope we don't need to disturb them. Anyone else? We considered a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point. They said not everyone is battle-tested and it would be reckless to take inexperienced adventurers along. Very true. Very, very true. They also said that we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. I think they just wanted an excuse to do some research and to stay away from the bloodshed. You know what? Grace has a fair point. Grace, you are good. I would do the same thing. I would like, yeah, how about this instead of the other thing? How about point A instead of point B? I can't blame them. Melly really wanted to come too, but Dave said no. I forgot his name is Dave. He's so simple like that. Is he coming himself? Of course. Made those two ask him before we got here. We need good fighters, and kid's got some talent. I hope he said goodbye properly this time. Carolyn made sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying death glare in my whole life. It was very impressive. It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Actually, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long couple of weeks. It has. Sure. So listen up. We make to the Twilight Portal by the moon pools and we stop the big bad evil beep from going through. If we fail or he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm and into Ur. And we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. And if that fails, well, we stop him at all costs. Sounds like a good plan. of scared for you three. Actually, more than you three, it's for the whole group. While you're at it, will you keep an eye out for Fable for me? Of course. And now, Innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in this world, can we count on your help again? Yes, I will help you. This is world-ending shenanigans. What do you need? Easy. We just need something quicker than that maniac. We should be there. We should be the first to reach the portal. And we should attack it first to attack him, all while dodging his counterattacks. Jade's got a good point. Outspeeding him is like the smartest option here. You're wrong. It is foolish to think his strikes won't be powerful. We need to be well protected against him, so we can take him down before he really hurts any of us. Don't be stupid. If we're fast enough, he don't have a chance to hurt us. I'd like you to say that again when you're lying in a pool of your own blood. Okay, maybe we need both? It's just the balance that counts. If we can have a whole lot of defense, but keep some dexterity in our back pocket. And maybe some of those fast infusion thingies to help make up the difference. I could hasten you with some golden feathers or saber fangs. Great. Alternatively, you could give us a lot of dexterity instead with a little defense on top. Just make sure none of us get hurt. We can give some of that frost armor Scully says he wants to try out someday. Sure thing. I've got enough frozen pine cones for that. And I don't think Jay and Tia can make the decision without bloodshed. So can you help us out? Of course. I know just what to do. I'm tempted to lean a little bit more on Jade's perspective a little bit. Hang on one second, buddy. I'm gonna mix you a sparkling nebula real quick, buddy. How does one mix a sparkling nebula? So we either let them be fast with like slightly minor defense, or we have them be speedy. We have them be extra. Essentially, it's like a reverse. They essentially want the similar subject, but they don't want like two different things. I think if I do, I feel like, hang on. I'm gonna mix a sparkling nebula up for this little dude. He's gonna be with me for the long haul today, so we're just gonna pour in like a little bit here. I'm feeding my local familiar. Give me 2 seconds. I am letting him have a taste. Oh, your eyes didn't sparkle this time, buddy. Here you go. You already sparkled the first time when I made this, but I guess it was only a one-time deal. Here you go, buddy. You're such a good little critter. Oh, I feel like if I do this, it'll probably be a little bit easier on everybody. It needs to have enough dexterity to cover. And just the right amount of... I feel like a swift strike might be in order for this. A casual swift strike? What does the pine cone infusion do? What does the frozen pine cone do? Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, so the frozen pine cone will add an attack boost and a defense boost, but subtract dexterity. So I need something that's gonna cover this, and make sure I have enough left over for this. So what I need... I couldn't possibly feed them the same thing. No, I can't, because... it's gonna take 3 full shots of... It's gonna take like 4 levels of this and one of... Actually, why don't do I just send them out all with the same thing? I feel like that's the only other option because... Well, wait. The Swift Strike... Oh, because the Swift Strike doesn't work because... Do I just make the same drink? I feel like I have to make the same drink, because if I didn't, then the steel tonic would have been the option number 2. Hello, I'm doing good. Just having a little bit of a decision to make with drinks. Let's see. Hello, hello. Hello. Let's see. Do I want to go with more dexterity, slight defense with frost armor? Itino. I feel like you know what? I'm gonna do it. Write this up, and I'm gonna see if this works. So that gives him this. I just need to do 1 shot of that. Well, I think I'll have enough room for this, actually. So I'm literally just giving them a drink for... Is this drink gonna be like the one that's everyone's gonna have because it's like literally practically their last stand? The Last Whisper with frost armor. Off we go. You can never go wrong with dexterity. Plus, you'll need to show off your cool frost armor when the blade shatters against it. Or whatever. I knew you'd make the right choice, Innkeeper. There was no right choice, Jade. You both wanted the same thing in different proportions. And you chose the cooler one. Or the more reckless one. I'll wait outside. Catch up with me whenever you're ready. Admit I was right. Alright, Clay, let's go. Oh, Clay? You should... Are you okay? No, I don't think so. Aren't you scared? Of what? All of this? The fate of the world is a very heavy weight to bear, don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can't stop it? What if I can't protect you and the others and the world and the ferrets? Hey, stop, please. For a moment, just stop. I know it's so scary. Truth be told, I'm scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. Yeah, the skull on his shoulder chatters when he's spooked. Poor guy. I've always been told I'm meant to save people. And if I can't, what's the point of me, you know? You are the point. I'm glad you exist. Even if you don't save anyone. You're not some mythical savior. You're my friend. And you are mine. And I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. I ship it! Sorry, wrong, probably the wrong timing, but I ship it. I ship it, I ship it, I ship it, I ship it. Like, it's either the friendship boat or the romantic boat. Either way, I ship it. You taught me how to value myself as a person, despite all the weight on my shoulders. I wish you to do the same for yourself. I promise you, together, we will get through this. And we will save each other, and our friends, and the world, and all of the ferrets. And the innkeeper while we're at it. Thank you. I appreciate being included. You know what? You're enough, Clay. And you don't have to worry that you're not. And you too, Tia. Don't think I'm excluding you. I wouldn't dream of it. Having you two believe in me is all the strength I need. He's so wholesome. He's so wholesome and sweet. I love him. I love him so much. And we still hold hands on the way there, so it's a little less scary. Oh, she's blushing! She was blushing! She was blushing. Look at her! Look at her! She's so precious! She's a precious child. She's a precious bean of a woman who could probably step on me if I asked. I'm kidding. Partially. I've seen characters. It's fine. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Of course. And remember, you can never lose me. Your bracelet will always tell you exactly where I am. And if you get lost somehow, despite our impeccable sense of orientation, mine will help me find you too. You get lost, you just get lost looking. Maybe I'd have to ask Jade for help. I'd do that for you. Thank you, Tia. You're a great best friend. The shipping writes itself. Let's go, baby. Oh, it's like when I called out Dave and his like for Fable. Like, oh. So are you. All right then. Oh God, she's trying so hard. Oh. All right then, best bud. Let's do this together. Oh my God, they're so precious. I can't deal with them. And best of luck. We won't need it. She was blushing. Oh, hi Grace. You must have made them really good drinks, Innkeeper. I've never seen Clay that determined. I tried my best. How are you doing, by the way? I have to say, Grace, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hex to the ever-burning flame. Okay, hey, Melly. She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks they might help us solve all this. I think what might help me now is a drink. Something that'll get my thoughts flowing gracefully despite all this mess. Give me a moment. Should I give her a silent owl? I feel like a silent owl is definitely her speed. Oh yeah, silent owl is definitely her speed. I could give her a peak sunrise, but a silent owl just kind of fits her aesthetic. But I need an infusion for this, so that way I can make the drink, actually. I need a dexterity for that, right, anyways? Yes, I did. Haha, I just put a saber fang in there. I'll just put like a little saber fang in there. Boop. A little bit of this. Flash of this. Whatever this is, technically. And then the rest of it will all go into Intel. Oh, it's going. It's going really well. We're all... I think I'm at like endgame preparation, even though it's like not a fancy version of endgame prep. It's just the end of the world of this game, and I'm kind of almost getting a little sad on the inside that it's going to be ending eventually. A delicious thought detangler for you. I don't think I've ever tasted a detangler as delicious as this. You've tasted detangler? Melly, would you like a drink as well? No, thank you. I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. I think any more magic enters my system, I'm gonna eat the sun. On that topic then, have you formed a research team? We did. Obviously Grace and I are the leaders, but we actually recruited Skelly and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work. Aww, what a great excuse to help. Crocheting. Crocheting and keeping company. She insists we don't call it helping. Of course she does. Rufus is helping us too. His wool is soft and it calms everyone down. I wish Dave could join us too. But I guess he's fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'd be back soon, so... And he better keep that promise. But what are you looking into anyway? Melly mentioned spells. Are those the ones Hex found in the tower? Yes, those ones exactly. He stayed up all night decoding their formulas, but as soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So I picked them up. Most of them were rudimentary, all things were already in our spell books, but two stuck out to me. Excuse me. Let me get a drink real fast. I'm gonna like lose my voice just a touch. Good water. They just stay hydrated. I really am gonna have to get a hydrate emote at some point. When I become partner, it's gonna be hydrate emote. It's gonna become available. Hello, welcome. Here to educate me. Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Let's hear about soul binding first. Teleportation sounds rather rudimentary. Hex brought some... Hex brought home a glass case with a glowing floating scroll inside. After we got it out and removed all the protective runes, he was pretty disappointed. Riddle locked glass and protective runes. It looks like that someone didn't want it to be used. I'm pretty sure I know why. It describes pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them to objects. Completely volatile magic, and dangerous, I assume. And it's been a little hard to translate. I'm trying to figure out any side effects it may have, so I can convince Hex not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced. Oof. Sounds difficult, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. What about the other scroll? The other scroll. One of the scrolls he found holds a powerful teleportation spell. Now, I fancy myself quite equipped at conjuration magic, but Hex finds it boring. He picks up the scroll, he picked the scroll up because he assumed gold runes meant it was special. He was right, but I guess it didn't have enough fire for him. God, he's so dramatic. More special than a soul binding scroll? No. Okay, thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night. No, but it is special enough. I think, if cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in Asteria with incredible accuracy. Even to protected places and other planes, but I'm trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their body. So you think it'll kill the caster? Almost certainly so. Still has a lot of promise. Maybe I can modify it. Best of luck. Thank you. Hex also brought back a lot of Wizard's personal notes. Diaries and such. Retellings of his exploits, of his hopes, dreams, and fears. When I have some more time, I think I'll be able to do a deep dive into who he was. Maybe I can even put a little exhibition together, if Voy and Iniko let me borrow some of those magic items. I doubt they refuse you. I'm pretty sure that the one look from her and she'd be like, hand everything over right now, and we will be a-okay. I hope not. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. But first, we need to finish this research. Just because we need to figure out what to do if it's just nice to have something to do is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more Scully Zephyrbloom stories. He's trying to figure out whether we can reverse the sigils. That'd be neat. Maybe you can duct tape them back together? Duct tape, flex tape. You know what? Everything is fixed with flex tape. Let's just put flex tape on the sigils. It'll be fine. I don't think so. Oop. Move my desk a little. With Archie's help, I could also make this whole board that can connect all of our clues. Oh, she's got a little like red string thing. She's got a little red string cork board. That's so cute. Spaghetti. Specifically. I've been looking into who exactly that necromancer guy could be. They said he noticed some flowers on his armor, and I think that might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist, or they're zombie flowers, or he wants to destroy all flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is, and we can figure out his weakness. Not that we'll need them, because Dave and the others will... What did he say? Kick his abs? Kick his abs. But looking into it makes me... calmer. Yeah. They'll be alright. Right, innkeeper? Zombies aren't going to eat them like they ate my parents! They won't. I'm not gonna scare Melly half to death. Well, they'll all protect each other. They'll come back for you. I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand. What were they like? Well, I remember my dad used to always tell me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. And I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much. I know I can't replace your parents, but if it's okay if I hold your hand until Dave, Carolyn, and Fable come back? That'd be nice. I feel a lot safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again. Oh, my heart. My heart is full of rainbows and butterflies, and I don't know what to do with myself. You're home, sweetie. You're home. I think so, too. Enough of the dramatic backstory. I'm turning into Dave. Hi, Baba. Welcome. Just less repressed and... Melly! Oh. Oh no, Melly, why did you say like Melly, where did you learn that word? Melly, where did you learn that word? How? Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna have to read out the line. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh my goodness. It's not a bad thing, but whew, the way it just came out of like absolutely nowhere is kind of a shocker. That's all. Because I already knew that Dave liked Fable anyways, so it's like it's not that much of a shocker, but it's more of a shocker that Melly knew that word. It was so casually just dropped. That's it. That's exactly their thing. It was just so casually dropped that it was like, oh, okay. It was the shock of it all. Oh, just lesser pest and gay for Fable. Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on your research tomorrow. But first, we're going to eat lots of get a lot of ice cream. Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Ooh, ice cream, homemade ice cream. I have not made homemade ice cream in like ages. Save some for me. We'll try. Aw. I want ice cream. I want fresh made ice cream. Win! Let's see. Hi! You literally show up at the last minute, huh? Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. Thought something might have happened to you. A lot of things have happened. Not all of them good. Which also means not all of them were bad either. I'm still so happy over the Quincy Tavern. The Quincy Tavern insert. That made me happy. I didn't even know it. I thought it was just like when Quincy's Tavern actually streamed this, I saw this on his thumbnail, and I thought it was just artwork that was made for him in a similar style, because you know how some artists can actually kind of mimic a style and make it look decent. I thought that's all that was, but it wasn't. No, this is his actual like little character model in here. I thought it was really nice. I ended up finding the golden loon feathers quickly with a little help from Voyage. But with everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How are things with you, though? You don't need to say much for me to know what the face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Is there something I can do for you? What is there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything is in limbo. Like dancing on the edge of a blade. One wrong move and it's over? Something like that. Would it help if I asked you for a drink? Maybe. Yeah, because all of my friends are kind of like gone now. All of my regulars are no longer going to be around for a while. You know, it always helps me when I'm feeling down. What? A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. Here, after all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Oh, we actually got a hot chocolate recipe! Thank you. That's very kind of you. Now go on, make me a drink. This one, or another one, whatever you'd like. You know what? I'm gonna make him that hot chocolate. He deserves it. He actually has, I think Quincy actually was very well known for doing like his shorts and videos that actually like had some hot chocolate in it. And it was really nice. It was really cozy. Let's see. I'm gonna drop in a ghost berry. Drop in a ghost berry. Pour in a bit of this. We'll just not tell him about the ghost berry. That's kind of vibing in the bottom of the cup. This is so cute. Also, there's like the little added guy in there. So funny cute. Drink master. Mix every drink at least once. Use every infusion at least once. Oh, fancy. Wait, mix every drink at least once? Does that mean I finished my drink list? Does that mean I finished my drink list? But why is there, what, hang on. Does that mean I finished my drink list? Why is there 3 more down here? Are there 3 bonuses? I guess. Couldn't wait for you to try it out right away. Well, you replicated it perfectly. My hands and heart are warm. Want to sip for yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. May this drink be warmer than the currents of these times. It most certainly is. Thank you, Innkeep. Of course. So, how are you? Well, I'm just that's all I can say. I feel that melancholy feeling in my chest now, because it's like I don't know if all of them are gonna come back alive at this point. We don't know what the end of the world's gonna happen. All we know is what we know. I'm neither worried nor elated. I'm just avoiding thinking about it at all costs. Yeah. No. Even when I think about it, I can't quite reach the feelings that I know are supposed to be there. It's like I'm stuck floating on in some glass case, watching the stars follow around me. No matter how hard I try, I can't reach out and touch them. And I can't figure out whether I want to touch them, I mean. It certainly seems to scare you. Worrying about the world and other people. It's been a while. I didn't think I'd care again. I didn't want to. But it just happened. Yeah. Just like that. Without my consent, I might add. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes it wants friendship. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry, I promise, but oh god, why is that? Why is that hitting, like, weirdly close to home? But I can see that how that's a scary feeling. So many things are in line now. Perhaps more than you bargained for. God. I feel like after this, I'm gonna have to look up some Quincy's Tavern and just listen to a few of his shorts, because that's gonna make me feel comfy. It was easier when I just looked away. Would you rather look away than help your patrons? Your friends? Would I rather? No. But now I have to face the fear of losing them. Honey. Honey? Didn't you swear to me that you were done fearing death? That you had nothing left to lose? Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to the others, I guess. I'll keep my "I told you so" to myself. I just feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle and there's no way out that doesn't tear me apart. Would it help you if you know we've all felt like that at some point in our lives? Not really, no. Then let me leave you with this instead. Love may come at the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss also comes with the reward of love. That hurt. Sorry, give me a second. Hang on. Why did that line be so effective? I don't know. Maybe it's because I was reading it out loud. Yeah, baby. She's not in the mood. She's not in the mood to hang out with me today. You can't lose something without having loved it. And so you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. Those are the moments that matter. The moments that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed circle anytime. Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think that's what you deserve. I forgot how good you are at giving advice. Makes me a bit envious. You'll get there eventually. Hope so. Thanks for checking in. I think I needed that. Of course. Please don't stop reaching out. The safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. I'll try to remember that. I will. You better. Now, I heard the night market is close by, and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so... don't let me hold you back. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. Why don't I get a catchphrase? That's the thing you end up with, Tavern Keeper Zephyr. That's all you end up with. Is, why don't I get a catchphrase? I don't know, man. Hey, Cammy. Are you just not interested? Okay. She's just sitting by the door. She's yowling because she wants out, but I'm not letting her out yet. Oh well, I guess it comes with age. Maybe next millennium. I really am a fake creature. I really am a fake creature. Oh man, that's... Hello! Why do I have a bad feeling about you being in the room? And the fact that it is now storming out. Hello. Oh, greetings, traveler. Nice armor. Is it new? No. Doesn't it seem familiar? The flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? Why do I have a chill? You know, I imagine this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. But I thought you'd be long gone by now. After all, you like running, don't you? I like it here. Though your visit is making me consider moving soon. It's not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually, the past will catch up to you. I figured. What brings you here, really, Quasar? Or is it Quasar? I think it's Quasar. I'm gonna call him Quasar. Or Quasar. Quasar. It's hard to do the QUs. I almost accidentally said croissant. Why did I almost say croissant? I don't know why. Save me. Hang on one second. I'm gonna pause for just a brief second. Let me go let my kitty out. Quasar. Quasar. Give me just a second. I'm going to pause so I can let my kitty out. Otherwise, she's going to drive me absolutely bonkers the entire time. Yawn. 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. Kitty wanted out really, really desperately, and it's like I don't want to ignore her for too long. I'm gonna call him Quasar. God damn. Awesome. I hate it here. I love the VTubing scene. I'm gonna call him Quasar, like the space thing. You know, this and that. I paid Marrow Castle a visit. It's quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing? Oh, trespassing. You broke in? I wouldn't phrase it like that. Burglary is incredibly impolite. I was persistent in my approach. Politely, I knocked on the door. Unfortunately, vampires these days have no hospitality. The lady of the house greeted me with a snarl and slammed the door in my face. And not like that stopped me, but I found it quite rude. So you did break in, obviously, as a last resort. There was something I needed more than manners. As expected, she wouldn't give up her precious relic freely. So you killed her. I would've, but no. The rat escaped. In the blink of an eye, she dissolved into mist. I always considered it to be a vampire's most annoying skill. But at least I got what I wanted. And what would that be? Curious as ever, aren't you? That's why I made it my job. What? Being nosy? Something like that. I keep flopping to give him like slightly like posh British, but I don't know. Not Cockney, but just like posh. I get to hear a lot of things every day. People like to talk. You manipulate your patrons into telling you their darkest secrets. Oh no. I don't manipulate, I listen. There's a key difference in there, buddy. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have that you, Quasar Duskbringer, would want? Just a little blood. Ingredients for the execution of a grand design. Grand design? You were never one to make big plans. Speak for yourself. Maybe times changed you. Oddly enough, you still look the same. I had to make sure you'd recognize me, after all. How could I ever forget you? Seems like it was pretty easy for you to move on. It wasn't. Yet you're hiding? You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind a counter in a shabby tavern. Is that why you're here? To throw your accusations around? No. I guess I just wanted one last chat now that everything's coming to an end. I'm curious about how this old friend of mine is doing. So how are you doing, friend? Oh, this song in the background is like the reprise to the opening at the main menu. It's a very like sad version of it. Full of hope for a better tomorrow. I'm lying through my teeth probably a little bit, but I'm gonna say a full of hope for a better tomorrow. Me too. I'm just afraid we're both hoping for different dawns. We might be. How are you doing? Do you even want to know? It's my job. And my tavern is open to everyone. Even the most detestable of creatures like yourself. Your protective spells beg to differ. They let you through, didn't they? So, how about a drink? And then you can tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure, let's see if you know me well. And if you remember what I taught you. Ew. Of course I do. Oh, I do! Oh, buddy! Oh, buddy! Are you okay? I can't even pet him! I can't even pet him to soothe him! I can't pet the buddy! Oh. This game's gonna make me cry. game is gonna make me cry. He's so spooked. If he wants just straight on... We'll give him a spoken heart. We'll just give him about just straight on charisma. We'll give him an oldie. You know what's bad when Andu is spooked? I can't even pet him. Wait, do you want? Oh, he'll still. Here you go, buddy. Have a drink. You can have a little drink eating too. He's still spooked, but it's okay. I just wanted to give him a little potion to kind of relax the nerves a little bit. Probably doesn't help too much, but it's okay, buddy. Wait, I had the. Hang on, one layer. Thanks. Thanks, Andu. I got myself mixed up. I was distracted. He doesn't even live up his sign. How about this? Sweet and chatty? Not bad. Almost tastes like back in the day. It is a nostalgic drink after all. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. I assumed you were just as good at abandoning memories as you are at abandoning people. Oh. It seems like people are right now. It seems like people are right about the one thing, though. And that would be... Your drinks can influence fate. They can't save people, but they can push them in a direction. Alter their destiny. I wouldn't go that far. I simply just do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavor? As I said, I serve everyone at this tavern. I refuse to work with you, though. How noble. You're how awfully morally gray. How opportunistic. It's like nothing has changed. I like it that way. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what a little entropy would do. I help. You help, sure. You always liked to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. I hope all your helping has aided you in forgetting them. I didn't forget them. Oh, is that so? I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. I was alone. And by the end of it, there was nothing left. There was just one question. How could that one person I trusted with my life turn on me like that? How dare she leave me alone with nothing but the stars staring at them alone? Wondering whether the blood would ever wash off. And how, by the dragons and their false light, is all you've done with your freedom. This dastardly achieved freedom. This. There's still blood on your hands. It took me way too long to realize that I didn't have to give up. That I am not like you. That it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. They're gone. They're gone. And not for much longer. Soon the star rain, the flood washed away our yesterday. Will open the gates to a new tomorrow. A new horizon, unhaunted by still ghosts. He's our innkeeper. Why would you do something like this? Don't we owe it to them? The you I knew would have agreed. The me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless and some decisions aren't easy. Decisions aren't easy if you set your mind to it. I say I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the stars to rain on Gaia. An ambitious task. I could decide not to and abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity. Or scared of the consequences. But no, instead, I chose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up. I succeed. It is truly that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take. Everyone was dead. I wasn't. Didn't we promise to always stand by each other's sides? To never be alone again? Didn't they deserve the same? They did. Then why are you here and they aren't? I don't know. Me neither. What did we mean to you? Nothing. We meant nothing to you. The home we built, it meant so little. That's not true. Do you still ponder about the meaning of life? Watching the stars? No, there aren't any anymore. It's better that way. It means there's no risk of getting caught up in the trivial things. Like getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain? Like that. So naive. So stupid. It meant everything to me. God, this is a massive lore dump. I need a drink. I got on a tirade on that. I'm probably peaked my mic into my compression, so I'm sorry if a few lines broke off. Oh wow, I think my compression filter probably blocked a little bit off there. God damn. This is getting heavy. It meant everything to me. Don't lie to me! I have seen through your charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Look at the stars now as they lie at your feet. A declaration of your failure, an elegy to your cowardice, and a demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve. Even your little replacements. Soon, they'll be no more than a fading memory on the horizon. Feels familiar, doesn't it? They're alive. They can be saved. They are alive indeed. What should you ask yourself, or what you should ask yourself is, how much longer? And if the time comes, will you run again? No. Well, you sent them to their deaths, did you not? I sent them to stop you. I'm aware. Which reminds me, I'll have to leave soon before your little pawns interfere with my threads of fate. Gertrude. Come on, it's time to go home. Gertrude. No way, he's not taking Andu with him, is he? Oh, it's the bird. Okay. I thought for a minute he's taking Andu with him. Oh my god, that bird's been here this entire time. Has that thing been spying on us? Oh my god, that thing was been spying on us this entire time. That's why it wouldn't leave me alone. Interesting. Care to explain? I sent you a little companion so you wouldn't be so alone, but I need her back now. You know I value my privacy. And I value perfect execution of my plans. So thank you for collecting so much information for me. Oh no. You don't have to do this. I don't, but I will. Wait, I got somewhere to be. Speaking of which, my invitation. The offer still stands. Join me and watch as I repair what you've destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. My place is here. What a pity. It almost pains me to see that you haven't changed one bit. I've moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward. It's not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Or not. Well, at least Andu's still at least hungry for a little bit of a late night snack. Good God. The question is, do I continue from here or do I stop for now and then we come back to it and do the big finale? Because I think we are very close to finale time. Let's see how far I get within the next 30 minutes. And if anything, we'll probably stop in the middle and then we'll move on. Because we still have that one quest on the board. Oh, hi, Melly. Hey, Archie.
Good morning, Innkeeper.
Good morning. How's your research going?
Well, we did a lot of it.
That sounds good. Yes.
I can smell a breakthrough from right around the corner.
Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. No notes to be taken here. None.
Archie, I told you already. I might be the best detective in Fasoa, and this might be the meaning of a lifetime. But the investigation has to come first.
What chapter did we just leave off on? Hang on, let me tell you real quick. 13. Okay, so if I finish this up tonight, then let me... So we're on to 23. So if I wrap 23 up, then we stop and then when we hit 24, and then the next night will be the next time we play this, it'll be our finale. Possibly. Anywho, excuse me. Sorry. Continue.
The investigation has to come first. How are you gonna have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? I mean, it won't, obviously. Because our friends are super strong and awesome. And we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up.
I'm sorry. It seems I can't help but gather material, even now. You're a very impressive detective and... I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my books. Is this what I think it is, Detective Melina?
I'm afraid it is.
Excuse me?
It's a severe case of nerves. Quick, Innkeeper, we need a remedy. Or you must revitalize and drink will do.
Does the patient agree with this prescription? Okay, that's cute. Really, it's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps a cure that'll boost my toughness is what I need. On it, patient 0. Okay, that was kind of cute. Okay, that was some good levity. You know what? Oh, he's this one. We'll give him a steel tonic. That's a bit. That's like a bit of like nice levity. That felt nice. It was just like after all of that just happened. Yeah, I think that was actually really good. Andu's back to normal. He's no longer shaken. He's just being a little guy. And we put a little bit of extra pepper in there for a little bit of a pep in his step. May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges. This is excellent. I could write in my novella about the superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay Rishmay? You shouldn't just bear worries silently. I would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths would serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. So I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been if I managed to even find a hint of anything useful. Exthralaberry? Exthralaberry is nothing but a legend. Is that supposed to be like a play on of Excalibur? Probably. Exthralaberry is nothing but a legend. The lands of Loignus might be real, but it proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the sword Balmor. Hang on, my eye. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. We wouldn't know that there aren't many weapons if you hadn't looked. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation. Oh? Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look into who the weird bad guy really is. With a plan like his, he can't just be some random nobody. This plan does have a certain, je ne sais quoi. I can pronounce that! Yeah, I can pronounce it. I can speak like a very, very small amount of French. Like not even a lot of, like literally anytime I talk about like another language, 90% of it is like just tiny phrases. This plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache-twirlingly malicious. I bet he has a mustache. Yeah, he does, actually. In any case, he must have left some traces of that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like an old wound? Exactly! Someone who wears that much armor must have something underneath. And we'll just have to wait until he takes it off. Well, once he takes a bath, we should... Actually, I don't think that's a good idea after all. You should probably at least talk about that in the metaphorical sense. Still, Carolyn says that the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy is like a ghost. No one has seen hide nor hair of him before all this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable with the flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean, the ones Clay was able to identify. There are petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. Well, that told me absolutely nothing. Besides that he's a bad guy with big feelings about the world. Duh. Can't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it. Oh god, I'm hiding behind the table now. Then I got an idea. What about the other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands.
No one really seemed to fit, though. I was really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered the stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile and yes, the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't just be a coincidence. Therefore, the necromancer from back then must have faked their death and rebranded themselves as the mustache-twirling green-armored bad guy we're facing now.
Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now?
Just not feeling it, Innkeeper.
Oh, were they making a Phoenix Wright reference? That's cute.
I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing!
Yes, I'll write that down.
Good.
You've hung around Dave too much. Sweetie, cover your ears.
I can't believe we couldn't find anything!
She's scary when she swore. Okay. Melly, who taught you that language? She's hung around Dave too much. Who taught you that word, Melly?
Wouldn't you?
Oh, Melly, no, you don't start swearing.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Actually, I would. Yes, give me their names.
Oh, well.
What are you planning to do now?
We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet.
That's why I brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't a library be better for this?
Well, maybe. But there wouldn't be enough space to set up a conspiracy board.
You brought the board here?
Yep. Thanks for letting us set up here. Okay. I'll be in the back. Bye!
Hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go on ahead.
Much appreciated, Innkeeper.
Do I even have anybody around left? Oh, hey. Well, don't you look chipper. It's good to see you too, Una. Eh? You can spare me the pleasantries. Long day? Nah. I was just never into that all this research mumbo jumbo. I was surprised I heard you volunteer for the research group. Ha! Your info gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. I just chose the activity that's least hassle. Too much extra isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? Before I can get another word out, I need something to get my energy back. This whole frantic search atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring your strength back. Got it. Sailor's courage it shall be. Because I think it's one of her. I'm gonna proclaim this as like one of her favorites. We're just not gonna tell that we put a little. Give me the crystal back. Oh. We're just not gonna tell Tia that we used a We're just not gonna tell Tia that we used a dragon crystal to mix a drink. He would probably be very upset. And pour 2 shots of this. 1 sailor's courage. Here, for all that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing. 2 shots of vodka. Heck yeah. I feel like the crochet gloves for an entire army with this. You got some adventurers stashed away in the back rooms of yours. Just more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. What she doesn't know won't hurt her. Exactly. Exactly. What Tia doesn't know won't hurt her.
Hello. So, what have you been up to?
Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves in the early grave for the most part.
Any news on that front? Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is a key part of my job. Spoken like a good little innkeep. As for their research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage to breaking the sigils is pretty irreversible, as expected. The teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications he's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And a good chance, I mean like 70%. What kind of backfiring are we talking about here?
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'll be straight up like killing you.
Like killing you instantly. Exactly. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? They're taking it in stride. Or they're just too stubborn to give up. I'm not sure. That sounds like them indeed. What about you?
Me?
All of this must be pretty disheartening.
I mean, not really. These kinds of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while in this business. I've lived my life. I've made my choices. Now, I'm just doing what I want either way. Excuse me. If the end of days comes knocking, I'm on my porch, crocheting and drinking. I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch. You're in my inn, drinking with me. You're here, looking after people trying to avert the doomsday scenario. This is also true. You care, Una, come on. You care. Ugh. Can't believe I have to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. No thanks. Unfortunately, you've got a point. I guess I got swept up in all this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Aaron. Not like I need to elaborate, preach into the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Ha, sure, whatever. Let me just ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all this is over? You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? No way in I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. Are Melly and Archio here? In the back. They're hanging out with Ondu. I'll go see if the youngins need some company. Oh! Hey, they're back! All of you, hi! Greetings. I mean, good mythical afternoon adventures. Oh no. Why does that... This does not bode well. Good afternoon, innkeeper. Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. At least they aren't dead. Where's Kyle? Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. The floorboards should be able to endure this just once. It's okay if you want to leave now, Baya. We all made it back safe. Okay. But please keep the blankets. I can make some soup. We should be good for now. Thanks, Baya. Where are you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. I see. Goodbye.
Latrine, oh, if you need any more help, I will come.
Stay safe, Baya. But why do they look so disappointed? What happened? Did I mess up? Spit it out already. You've been chewing on us ever since we escaped that mountain. It's just, I feel bad, alright? So, where is Kyle? That doesn't sound too good. Isn't that pretty obvious? Right. More importantly, have the others come back yet, Innkeep? They haven't. It's the waiting game then. Great. My favorite. Alright, Innkeep. This is where you come in with a drink. I'm going to explode and keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue fellow. And which drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from disappointment. That might do. Certainly. Are we talking about high defense? Yeah, because chocolate sadly is all dexterity. I wonder if Quincy ever had like a hot chocolate recipe. I really want to try it. Well, I guess we'll just we'll stick them with a steel tonic too. Put a little bit of this in here. Oh. Stop myself. Eh. Steel tonic. Mostly defense. Off it goes. I hope your disappointment will be just a distant memory after this drink. Thanks. This takes the edge off. Didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine for now. Count me in, innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it. Perhaps understanding where we failed would be a good idea. I'll see what I can do. Let's see. Oop. Do a silent owl. We'll kind of treat him to what his sister would usually drink. Let's see. Look. Yeah, we'll put in this little bit of Thunder Sage in here. Give him another splash of this. And need 2 of here. Oh, he needs a little bit of dexterity too. 1 silent owl. Coming right up. Ooh. This might be what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42! What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. The meaning of life. 42. There's so many like little nods and references in here, it's fun. But this is good. My synopses are firing at the speed of light. And here's my conclusion. We might really, really be fucked. Forked, rather. Forked. We are forked. I am using Boot Hill IPC censorship now. We are forked at this point. Was it that bad? You know, like the utensil. Fork. You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't just be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something else out by now. You probably already had some quests in store for us, like plans C, D, and X. I'm sorry, Hex. Archie and Melly couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but I'm afraid I haven't heard but what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Come on, Innkeeper. Stop joking around. I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. Ugh. Then what are we even doing here? What? If the innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting our time here? If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the world-saving weapon. And now we're here to what? Have a nice chat? Oi! You're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. Well, someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. Hex. Sit your arse down. This is no time to lose your cool. We aren't here to just chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach this inn first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go running without a plan. So, are we cool? I'm sorry. Not exactly a good look for a wizard to lose his head, is it? As long as you realize it, that's yourself. While I wait for others, I guess it's time for another story, Innkeep. I'm looking forward to getting some context. Right. After our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hicks. We said goodbye to Kyle, he cried, and then he left for Morrow Castle. Soon after, Kara and Baya picked us up. They stopped just outside of a tree right next to us. Baya was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's pen pals with the Yeti and never gotten the opportunity to visit. And then whoosh, whoosh, yeah. One minute we're surrounded by nice lush woods, and the next, vast mountains, snow, a lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highlands was so fast, it's barely noteworthy. It was impressive. I mean, sure, the evocation is obviously the superior school of magic. But I suppose each feat of conjuration was pretty cool, even though nothing blew up. And yet, yes, Stan, you keep blabbing to Baya about it until we reach the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. While the view was great, we were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village Clay told us about, no one would point us towards the temple. Kara looked like she was getting ready to throw people around if they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear there was no one knew that. It was clear that no one there knew anything. Even though we had no idea about where to go, we left the village. And then when Baya let us gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kind of like this. I do not dare strain my vocal cords trying to make that whale sound. Ugh. I'm assuming it was like a banshee shriek. Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. Oh, hi, Melly. Did someone die? Oh, Melly. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Lenny. Good to see you, Melly. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Oopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. That was cute. So, I let out a scream. We had no idea why she did. But before she could explain, we heard loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Kara almost tore into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Baya rushed forward. I almost attacked Baya's pen pal. You actually met the abominable Yeti? Really nice fellow. Also pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. And there it was. Lo and behold, the Temple of where the Flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking, I thought my feet were gonna fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all the sparkling snow. It's easy for you to say. You just vaulted over that rubble. I guess we need to get to the gate. Guess we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed for sure. A gigantic wet slab of stone in weathered condition. Excuse me. If there's one thing I know about this sort of thing, it's that gates like this one are super inconvenient. Sure, they're pretty good for defense, but what are you gonna do when you want to pick up a package and the slam's shut behind you? Did it actually slam shut? Or could they not get in? You hide the key under the doormat, of course. Right. And since I'm such an amazing wizard, I found the doormat really quickly. What he meant to say is he stumbled upon the mechanism by chance. Of course he did. And then destroyed it. It worked out fine in the end, didn't it? I totally knew that destroying it would open the gate. And it was already half broken anyway. The welcoming committee was great. I love having spells flung at me without warning. Not ideal, I'll admit. But our fire resistance had that dexterity, and that dexterity really came in handy. And Carolyn handled anyone that got too close to us without issue. The priests were unexpectedly tough. They wore these white gems all over their bodies that proved to be really hard to break. Absolutely dripping, if you know what I mean. Ugh. Language. You spend too much time with Inigo. Indeed, you do. In any case, it was really... I usually prefer a less deadly atmosphere for forging my weapons. Everything would have happened very quickly once we got the flame. I just have to trust my preparations were enough. At least it was pretty obvious where we needed to go. The altar towered above everything else. My poor feet. The last sprint up there was their death sentence. And then I saw the altar. Something tells me that whatever happened at the altar was probably the worst. Was the fire like not there? What did you see? Was the fire out? That's the thing. We saw nothing. The fire was gone. Nothing. Oh, great flame of Leviathan! Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flame should have rested. We were so foolish. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. All the rubble, the poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood long before we set foot in the Highlands. Should have known an eternal flame was too good to be true. It's all such a waste of time. Oh. And unfortunately, nothing could have prevented that, it seems. You can imagine our shock of what we saw, Innkeeper. The realizations began to settle in. There would have been no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priests hadn't reached us yet. And there was a sound of wind and crushing disappointment we were all feeling. And the whole temple was started shaking suddenly. It seemed like the impact of the flood wasn't the only thing we didn't notice. The place had a guardian. I never imagined I'd get the honor of seeing one again. Not after... Turns out the whole time that we hadn't even been walking on the stone path, but the body of a Guyver. Its snake body unwound from the temple and while its wings lifted off into the air. It looked majestic. The sun reflected off its pure white scales and shimmered iridescent in the light. When its gigantic head was level with the altar, we could see the enormous gem embedded between its eyes. It shone in every color imaginable. What I wouldn't give to have worked with an opal of such fine quality. It's
Good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The thing reared back and then bit off the altar tower. It would have been really cool if it also hadn't carried us up into the air. It was pretty clear what the goal was. Never been so thankful that I'd taken a wizard along. Though that feathery descent spell should have come in a bit earlier, like 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. Chanting while falling at terminal velocity is kind of hard. I'm glad you weren't transformed into pancakes at the same time. Yep, very happy. You guys are back alive. That's all that matters to me. We landed somewhere the Guyver must have just been resting. There was no snow, so we urged Baya to work her magic and create a tall tree enough for us to step through. That would take some time, though. I also noticed a bunch of loose gems around the place we landed. Very similar to those worn by the priests. Definitely related to the Guyver. Though the fact they were still just lying around the piles was curious. It was Guyver poop, wasn't it? Most likely. I wasn't complaining. I'd never seen such durable opals. While Ray was busy gathering those gems, the rest of us were keeping an eye out in case the Guyver struck again. We didn't have to wait long. We don't know what we've done without Baya. Her vines covered us like a dome and deflected this blow just barely. I knew that they wouldn't endure another attack, so I readied my blade. No matter how reluctant I was to attack another guardian. Due to the previous attack, we could see a bit of the outside through the gaps in the dome. We only saw the white, snowy landscape, but then suddenly, the bright yellow one of the Guyver's eyes. Hesitation would have meant death. Just as we were about to pull back for another bite, Carolyn struck her right in the eye. Oh, Carolyn's probably a little upset about that. Just in time. We pulled her through the tree with us and escaped. We stopped at Baya's and then headed over here. So that's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oh, quit your yapping. You were going on and on about all the way here too. It's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems. Great for you and your stupid competition. Some of us were a bit put off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. Ooh. Buddy, calm, chill, deep breath. Let's go. Oh boy. Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. More or less? Yeah. Oh, what about Melly and the others? I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told you our story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. I know this is a hard time for all of us, but I need to go check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex. So an earthquake happened, which means it's possible that another sigil may have broken. It's getting late. There's always room for you upstairs if you're tired, Lynn. It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures? Oh. Last Dawn. Oh boy. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Keep it. Okay. Okay. Just silence, I guess. Where are the others? Wait. No. Did Tia? No. And he goes outside, trying to calm Boy down. You didn't want to throw up in your tavern. You have a panic attack?
I hope Tia isn't giving him a hard time about... Clay's mad. I have a bad feeling about this. This does not look good. I hope Tia isn't giving him a hard time about it. Tia is gone, isn't she? He is gone. No. He isn't. Right? No. Where is she then? Gone. She's gone. She left? No. She's dead. Stop joking around. That isn't funny. I know this is like gonna be extremely rude, but I'm kind of like in denial myself. That isn't funny. Do we look like we're joking? I'm sorry. That's awful. Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No. We got away just in time. That's good. What about Fable? Did you see them there? In the chasm, maybe? No. We didn't find them. Oh. What? Found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. I wanna quit! I hope they're okay. Maybe with a drink they would have been okay. I didn't mean to send them out like that! Don't push this all on me! What do you mean? You didn't make... Oh, no. We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them. I had hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing ever stopped Fable from helping people, you idiots. I realize that now. You should thank the dragons. I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regret it well enough. Don't you worry. You better. If anything happened to them... I wanna quit. I don't think I can take it. I might need a spare week. I don't think I can handle this. If they end up like Alethea, you know, me too. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken her with us if we tried. Don't call her that. What? An it. Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it. All right, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please tell us what happened. I don't even think it was me. What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel was disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run. Of course you wouldn't choose anything else. I ran because I have something to get back to. So did she. Okay, how about a drink for calming those nerves? No. Time and place. Oh man. I'll take one. No need to tell you what happened after all, even though I rather wouldn't. Got anything to make that easier? I'm running out of secrets. Don't worry. There's no need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. But maybe I can get you something that might make the words flow easier. I wanna quit! God. This is I'm depressed now. I guess I just time to restart the whole game for a better ending. Maybe just to, like, you know, kind of just chill with the earlier vibes before this ending started. Oh, most wholesome game. Trying to rip my heart out in the process. Ain't no stops on this train, I know, and it's like I've got like a little bit. I'm gonna try and get through their main story, and then hopefully by then it'll kind of be. It'll be a good time to stop. Order up. Here. Thank you for this little taste of normalcy. So I don't really know what to ask. You stop him? No. Yeah, my thoughts too. He was faster than us somehow. Melly and Baya drew us some maps to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived, we found a note stapled to the tree. It read, "If you value your lives, go home." He knew we were coming? Or you were coming, rather? Apparently, Jay and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... calling it the realm of nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Boy. And Tia's light. And Tia's light. Ran to the necromancer on his way back. Didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands was an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe we would have stood a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. I thought maybe they'd be a good distraction for him too, but the necromancer called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Boy said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him, and we were up against a necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. We thought we were all protected. The frost armor, it helped at first, kept the creature's sharp claws at bay, but whenever the necromancer got a hold of us, he cast some sort of modified fire spell first thing. It melted our armor and most of our defenses. At least we were fast enough to avoid most of the attacks thrown at us. Guess I was right about the speed. Doesn't feel good though, without Tia here to hear my "I told you so." Fire must have been difficult for you, Dave. It was. This train is not stopping. This train is just going on. I managed to not get caught in it. Until we were pushed to the edge of the Twilight Chasm, back to the portal we had entered from. That's where he was heading to. Back towards Gaia. The others had already been pushed out by the nightmare creatures, but I was still in his way. When his fire magic hit me in the chest and I stumbled backwards, falling onto the jagged ground, I froze. I wish I hadn't, but fear took hold of me and I couldn't move. I lay there, charred, bleeding, terrified, and he just looked at me. I thought, this is it. It's over. I'm going to abandon Melly after all. And then, after what felt like an eternity, he just walked away through the portal and left me there, alive. I scrambled after him, of course, after I regained my senses. I don't know why he spared me. Maybe he briefly wondered why he has a... a blank cart. Maybe. It doesn't matter, I guess. When I charged back into the fight, it looked even worse than it had moments ago. Every time a monster went down, he brought them back up. We couldn't break through, it couldn't get close enough to hit close to him until they cut down 4 of them at once, and Tia was quick enough to take advantage of the opening. Suddenly she was face to face with the necromancer, fighting him one-on-one. Right in the middle of the moon pools under Caspia's light. It's true, you know. You could see all the 7 moons reflect in the clear waters at once. It would have looked beautiful if it hadn't been for all the blood. I tried to get to her for help, but I kept getting swarmed. His blood was gold. Did you know that? No, and I wish I didn't know. Yeah, too. I'll spare you the details. She fell, and he struck her again and again, until she stayed down. And then... Oh no, he didn't res her, did he? Did he literally add insult to injury by resurrecting her? Did he literally rub salt in the wound just to do that? I swear to God. He brought her back. Her body, that is. Our Tia wasn't there anymore. She would never fought Clay willingly. I was trying to get to him, but she wasn't letting me through. And I couldn't hurt her. She's my best friend. Kept trying to fight, kept trying to channel our anger into victory against him. But I couldn't stop thinking about who was going to end up with empty eyes next. When I heard Clay scream after Tia cut through his shoulder, I had to do something. So I yelled out for all of us to run. Iniko pulled Voy away, clearing a path for us to escape, and I tried to pull Clay away from Tia, away from his death. He's much stronger than me, though. Oh, man. So I called out to Jade for help. For the record, I think we're cowards for leaving, but Tia would have beaten my ass if I hadn't let Clay beat my ass if I'd let Clay die. It was the right decision at the end. I'm pretty sure Tia, even with a resurrected cleric body, would have probably still have, you know, done a lot of damage. I'm gonna have to side with Dave. It had to have been the right decision. They would have all died otherwise. You decided to save each other. Tia would have been proud of you. I don't know about that, but at least we're alive. At least you're alive. Jade helped me pull Clay away from the fight, and we ran. We ran, and we ran until Voy collapsed, and when he got back up, we made our way to your tavern. And now we're here. I'm glad you all made it back. But I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her. The dragons are neutral. The dragons are... You know. Sure are. The real blank is the madman who killed her. This is true, and also resurrected her in front of your faces. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use her to navigate the stupid portal, and she would hate that. She would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can get her back, but we can at least have her... We at least have to bring her here to give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. If we stayed, we might. But we didn't. Thanks to you. But it is what it is, right? You can say we can't go back. We can't change anything. We screwed up. We played right into his hands. All the power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything. Hold on, I'm sure you did your best. What's the point in doing it if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel her anymore. The bracelet, it's just empty. There's just an absence where Tia should be. I feel like if we had just done something different, if I hadn't been so stubborn, I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? I think the necromancer, I think he heard everything, what you planned. How could that even be possible? The bird! His little bird Gertrude spied on us the entire time. He knew everywhere where they were going. He literally could track them down. He could literally track all the places that they were going and knew exactly how to be ahead of them. After you left, the jackdaw near my window, I think it was a spy, and it heard everything. What? How does that even happen? How'd you not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, it's not your fault the plan failed. He outsmarted us. All of us. So there's nothing we could have done. That can't be right. What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has Earth's axe, he has an army of nightmare creatures, and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. You don't have the magic greatsword either. You've gotta be kidding me. What? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Ark. So we've lost. It's over? No. We still have one quest left on the board. We still have a plan. It's just not been touched yet. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. Right? Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted us to live. To get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Wait. No! I don't want to hear anything else from you. You don't even notice a spying bird in your tavern, or maybe you did, who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even care about any of us? God, really? Right in the heart now? Of course I care. I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you, then? Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses. I'm done pretending we'll make it through this. Hey, please stay. Anyone else? Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him? If I was him, I'd kill all of us, so no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know. Something fast, maybe. Didn't help with the fight, but might help my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. God. We'll make the hot chocolate. Put a gooseberry in it. God. My emotions are going through the roof, guys. I don't know how to feel anymore. I feel actually like, I feel like the innkeeper right now. I genuinely just feel suddenly very numb. You know, have a little gooseberry floating in it. Fast and quick. Just how I like it. What kind of drinks did she like? Defense. All the way. Good game when it makes you feel... Yeah, it does. Hands up. Oh. Oh? Oh, that was a fast end. That was very abrupt. Well. That was, I think, hey, I'm gonna make sure I saved. That is a lot to unpack. And I think I need to go. Yeah, I have to leave. It's getting late and I have to like really get some sleep. We are definitely going to be finishing this next week, come hell or high water. God, my chest hurts. I genuinely feel sad. I think I need a chance. I think I need a decompression after this. I think I need to go and decompress. I need a good moment. Oh Lord. I need time. So yeah, we're gonna leave it on that emotional roller coaster that almost made me cry 5 times over. Might actually feel my chest that's extremely tight right now. But yeah, thank you all for coming with me. Zephyr is the one who needs the soothing tonic now. Yeah, I do. I have the proper ways of soothing. I'm glad you guys stuck around for the very emotional time. I was not expecting it to get that emotional. I was expecting it to have like all the hype, all the amazing stuff, but no, sadly, we were compiled by emotions and a lot of stuff that happened. I wish we could too. But yeah, thank you all so much for sticking around. I will catch you whoever comes in on Saturday, where we're doing some loose ends on Paper Mario. But yeah, I'll catch you guys again later, okay? See you on Saturday, get some good rest, and let's try to decompress from today. Oh boy. See you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye. 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 Have a good night. Bye-bye.